And then you'll be able to measure performance. It tracks everything for your profile right here. Like, uh, I'm not in a real big community in my area. I've been very fortunate with, just from when I started, but just like in the past month, I've had 305 customer interactions just off my Google listing. So that's a ton because people doesn't window shop for home inspectors, right? So if somebody's contacting home inspectors, they're actually looking for a home inspector. So a lot of these out of the 305 customer interactions, I probably booked um, a lot of them, and then a lot of those probably got turned away and sent. I actually turned them away and sent them to other inspectors in the area I referred to because I can only handle so much business, which is great. Couldn't be any happier. But yeah, just so totally free Google listing. It's all set up. It's optimized, proper profiles, proper pictures, managed reviews. Whenever you get a review, always respond to the review as you receive reviews, even if you just say thank you, always, always, always respond to every review. If you start not responding to reviews, Google won't get mad, but they'll start feeling like your um, profile's kind of going dormant and they will start ranking you lower. Just like with the pictures, every few days or every few weeks, make sure you get on there and add new photos to your Google business profile. You basically, Google business profile is not social media. You're not going to get on there and post every day. But I will say that you do need to go in there and make changes to your services as Google modifies for me, and you don't like that. You'll get emails from Google like, "Are you open on the 4th of July?" Because it might fall in the middle of the week or something. Make sure that you answer that question in the email if you are not open. Just don't set your profile and forget it, because the problem is Google will then start feeling like you're their customers. Their customers are the people searching. Google's customers are the people searching for you, right? So if your profile is going dormant or you're not interacting with clients, they'll just start moving your profile down further and further in those search results because they have less confidence that you're actually doing what you say you would. So make sure you always respond to every review. Make sure you add photos and then messages. You can, they can message you directly off of. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the editing screen here. But if you're looking at this on, not I'm the account holder. If I wasn't an account holder, there's actually a message button where they can send you a message, and actually I get a text to my phone that when they messaged or an email also, and I recommend messaging them people right back. Even if you message them back, hey, can you give me 5 minutes? Message back as quick as possible because Google also monitors how long it takes you to respond. And if you ignore messages, even if it's a spam message, just respond because if you don't respond and it's then you go to your average and it says it takes you 6 days or a no response, Google start also moving your business profile down on the list. So even if it's because sometimes other companies are spamming your messages here, just respond to it, whatever you want. If it's a spam message, just so Google understands there was a response there. Then on the messenger system, you can actually set up a bot where if they message you, it automatically sends them back a response with maybe questions of square footage or when they need it by or what date they need their inspection by, which that helps a lot too. So, you know, everybody's worried about websites, which, websites are important, but I'll tell you what, the Google business listing is free as long as it's set up properly. Like I said, 305 customer interactions just in the past month in a fairly small town. I mean, we're not a small town here, but we're not New York City here or Miami. Um, that's huge considering it's a free profile, and this just shows how much Google has been ranking their business listings above just organic rankings on websites. So everybody's trying to get that first page of Google, when you still should want to try that with your website for your SEO, but also your Google business has got to be set up properly. And you might see competitors in your area. It's been set up for 10, 15 years, 7 years in business. And you might be like, well, I'll just never catch them. No, I mean, if you're responding to reviews, if you're putting photos out, responding to messages, your profile is optimized with proper keywords, you'll notice in just possibly weeks, your Google business profile could start displaying above somebody who's been in business for years. Because what I find is a lot of inspectors been in business for years, they let their Google business profile kind of go, and Google start losing confidence in them, even though they've been open 15 years. If they're not interacting with their profile, Google fears they're not interacting with their customers through Google. So Google's like, well, why would I send people to your Google business listing? They're coming to Google to find a business to do a home inspection. I want to make sure that, they want to make sure they have a confidence that it's the person's getting helped on the business side, our side of the things, the home inspector side. So, there's not a human at Google sitting there monitoring all this. They have probably the biggest algorithms ever in history of the world here, but there's a lot of science goes into it, and it can pretty much analyze pretty darn good on if you're actually a credible business and interacting with your customers or not. All right, that's all I have about Google business listings. I'm going to go over also another time how to clean up your Google business listings for your area, because you'll find out that it sometimes is messy. And yeah, definitely a huge boost if you set this up right.